Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Es su persona favorito, Papa Uka Papi. All right, but for all my non-Spanish people, welcome to another edition of the Chop House. I'm your host, Hookah Papi.
I'm Cece.
Sugar, the real candy, although I'm not pictured. My hair not done.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Ray.
What's going on? And it's another edition of the Trap House. What's going on, y'all? So,
Having
um,
there.
all right, so we got one comment. Tanisha Cuzzo, hey dear, what you finna do? I'm trying to catch y'all live. We about to talk this ish. You know what I mean? That's what we about to do. But before we get into that, I know we've been off for a couple weeks, so let's take this time to catch up. How was everybody weekend? How's everybody Thanksgiving? You know what I'm saying? Talk to me.
My weekend was lit. My friends got married, and
Okay.
I went to their
Oh,
wedding, and it was amazing. And I'm so happy for them. Like love is in the air. It was really nice. Like Thanksgiving was amazing. My cousins actually came over and they cooked, so that was really dope. Ate pretty good.
Okay.
It's been really nice. It's been nice.
nice.
What
I
about
mean,
y'all?
My
my
weekend
week,
was chill. Go see.
my weekend was alright. I was outside. You know what I mean? Like, had to do a lot of stuff, like pertaining to business or whatever. But I'm just trying to get shit done. We on a countdown. That New Year's is coming. 2022 is not gonna be regular for me. You know what I mean? Like on the grind. But I had to put a lot of things in perspective this weekend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I realized once I did that, things felt different. Like, it felt better. You know what I mean? Like, so that was pretty much my weekend. Like, in a nutshell, Thanksgiving was chill. I actually didn't go to family this year. I wanted to try something different. I felt like if we don't speak like that during the year, child, you don't need to be seeing me on the most thankful day. That's crazy. Like, I'm not even about to pull the fake shit with nobody. Like, no disrespect. I spent Thanksgiving with people I see all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, people I go to their house all the time. I see them all the time. So I just wanted to switch it up this year. And it felt right. And I was grateful and I was thankful the food was good. The vibes was good. And I had a good time, honestly. So that was my weekend in a nutshell.
That's
My
what's
weekend
up.
was chill. I just cleaned and hung out a little bit. Nothing crazy. Thanksgiving was all right. I was in my feelings because it's my first Thanksgiving without my father. I usually would cook for him because he was more of like the sick and shut in, so he didn't really go out much. So I would cook and bring him food or something. So this was like the first year I was not able to do that. So I kind of was in my feelings. So I really didn't want to be bothered with nobody. But I was still on macaroni and cheese duty, so I made sure I cooked what I promised. I was cooking for people, and I made some individual macaroni and cheeses for a few people. They paid for it, so I was thankful for that. It wasn't for free. But that was it. I was just in my feelings on Thanksgiving, but God willing, I won't have that feeling next year.
All right. All right. First, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to our brother, Mr. F Dat, Jamar. He has business to take care of. So hopefully he'll be back next week. So definitely um shout out to
We
him.
miss you. We miss you, Mr. F that. Mhm.
That's a whole fact. But my weekend was busy. Like I so I Saturday I went to work. Then when I got off, I had to DJ a housewarming and provide hookah, which ended up becoming a movie. So that was fun. Then I ended up working on Sunday, which I felt so out of place. But I worked on Sunday. Thanksgiving was cool. I was able to get off, so I ended up going to Virginia to surprise my mother. Um, and I'm
Nice.
gonna pay for that because I got to work on Christmas all day for that. But it is what it is. Um, but yeah, like I mean, like I said, Thanksgiving was dope. Weekend was cool. Yeah. Oh, also, I have officially entered my drone life. So I got a drone on Friday. I took, today was my first flight because I was rained yesterday, so I didn't do it yesterday. But I had fun. Like, I took a couple of pictures, couple videos. I love it. So I'm definitely gonna, try to invest and do more of it and try to perfect it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm saying, everything was dope. But I do want to touch base on something real
Drones are
quick.
cool. My father had a drone when he was.
Let me ask you a question when it comes to drones.
Okay.
So do you have to like report that you sending that motherfucker up in the air?
No. So
You
all
can
right,
just
so
do it at
basically what
will?
it is so I have a small one. I have the DJI Mini 2.
Hmm.
So it's 249 grams weight. So being it is that
Okay.
small, you don't have to register it. And certain things you got to do with bigger drones, you don't have to do it with that small drone.
Okay.
But it still gives you 4K video, and it still gives you everything that you need. Especially as a beginner drone. Um, so I just think it's dope, and it's not even hard to like. I watched a ton of YouTube videos before I even took it out. So I think I'm pretty okay at it. I mean, I can get better. I'm trying to like be smooth with it, where I can do like the cinematic, what I'm saying, going around a circle, what I'm saying, circling somebody. So I did it
Okay.
today. It looked choppy, but I'm definitely gonna get better at it. So I'm waiting to perfect that. Um, let's see. All right, so Tanisha says my weekend was great. Was with the kids. 28th birthday was the third holiday. I cooked stupid big. New job. I'm dealing with some BS, but yo, cuz okay. Yes, I feel the same. Folks I normally be with. I was cool on Thanksgiving. I'm on an anklet, so yeah, that bugged me out for real. CC, how you deal with your family who like really not speaking is very weird, but boy, your mama love you. All right. And she said dope. All right. So yeah, so before we touch base on anything, let me share something real quick.
Oh, my phone is set in the background. All right. I'm trying to forgive me, you guys. Oh, you see that
So
boy?
your boy Ray was out
Hey,
here
Oh,
killing
clean.
them.
do you see
Mm,
that boy?
you look so
Listen to
nice.
me. Thank
My
you so
man Ray
much.
was killing them softly.
Giving
Listen,
them
I
look.
Definitely a
was
fire fit.
out,
I'm loving the pea coat. The pea coat is really cute.
was the best damn part.
It was
Hey,
you accessorized that
listen,
real nice. It's definitely giving what it was
thank
supposed to
you.
give.
I love that fucking Pico. Listen,
Was that
y'all.
Ralph Lauren?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, I
yes.
know the sleeve.
Listen, I love that fucking coat.
You
I
know
gotta
the
figure out
sleeve.
something else to wear with it. I want to wear the Tims with it next.
Okay, fuck
It's
it
so
up.
crazy. Listen,
Really?
listen. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find something to hold this up. Let me see.
Very nice GQ.
Thank you, thank you. I was trying to do a little
Very
something, something.
handsome.
Yeah, Ray was very debonair.
Right.
Real dapper.
Zappa.
Word. So yeah, Ray, you know what I'm saying? Ray, as y'all see, you know what I'm saying, at the audience, Ray cleans up nice, you know what
You
I'm
know, do what he can, what he can do. You know what I'm
saying?
saying? Yeah, I be out here. You
Mr. Oh
know,
So Fresh was outside.
right? It
Word.
was definitely outside.
All right.
I
So,
understood the assignment.
all right, so I want to talk about something real quick. Um, so we all know the verses has been something that we've been watching during the pandemic that's been sometimes entertaining, sometimes like worthless. Um, so we had one last week, which was 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs, whom I feel like all of them honestly haven't had really nothing to do lately because they haven't really making music. But that was the first verses that got physical, and I was just like, part of me feel it's staged. You know what I'm saying? So they can be like, oh, we had the best verses because if you watch the quote unquote fight, it was like Busy
It
Bone
was
threw a water
pointless.
bottle and start backing up. So I'm just like, Okay. So was this staged so y'all can see I had the best verses, or y'all had the first verse that got physical and
Or
y'all
so that
trying to
they
be
could
relevant?
remain in the headlines, to give people something to talk about.
I agree. That could definitely be it. Um, Tanisha says, yes, that flipped out, cracking up. Now, L.A. Reid, sorry, he was on some show, and in his opinion, a dope versus for him would be Mariah Carey and Beyonce.
Mm,
What?
mm. That's interesting. I saw that on the Shade Room.
Yes,
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know if
mean,
I mean,
mm.
Mariah Carey's not really a performer. Is I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to put everything into perspective when it's like the R&B shit, because I feel like it matters. Like they're
right.
not just up here. You know, it's not MC against MC. This is singer, performer, choreographer against an artist. Like Mariah Carey's just the artist. Like
I mean, hit for hit, they could.
they could do
If
it.
it's 20 songs, then like
I
they
just
can
don't
do a
want to
little
see
hit for
it.
And
hit.
who we
But
talk? We talking
Beyonce,
Mariah. I'm sorry, y'all. We talking Mariah and who?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, but Beyonce got
Me.
it for me.
I'm gonna
Hit
go
for
with Beyonce.
hit
I
for
just
hit.
can't. I love Mariah Carey. Well, what's her biggest album? Like, what was her biggest song? The Christmas song?
Her biggest album was like what, Butterfly?
Nah, hell no.
Right,
I
but
think it's
Mariah.
the Christmas song. I'm not gonna hold you. I swear to God, I could have sworn I just heard somebody said it's like through the fucking roof. Yeah, they play it every year, regardless. It doesn't. Of course, it's through the goddamn roof. Like,
Her kids and her kids grandkids and her grandkids and all, they gonna eat off of her Christmas songs forever.
Oh yeah, they definitely gonna eat
honestly,
off
I
that
think
Christmas
that's
song.
her
But Beyonce
biggest
is
hit.
definitely go eat
Beyonce
her
got
off that
hits
one. We
for
can't
hit.
even we
I'm
can't
not
hold
saying
that up for
Mariah
a second.
Carey don't have hits. I would be lying if I said that.
Mariah Carey does have hits though. Like Mariah Carey got wait a minute. Let me
She
pull up.
has hits. No, she has hits. It's unfortunate
She
that
got
we
hits,
had to
but
Google it.
Beyonce smoking her.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Beyonce's delivering
Beyonce gonna
every
get the
fucking
popular
song.
vote off rip.
And I'm not really a Beyonce fan. I know Beehive, Don't Come for C. I just like my old school R&B. I listen to B, but I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. I'm not
I
a
don't know, y'all.
do not she's not in my motherfucking playlist, but I like B and
Listen,
I respect her as a performer. I actually would still listen to her music if it's playing. I'll bop to it. Like
I love Beyonce to death. That's my birthday
Me
twin.
too.
That's my favorite. Like outside, I don't know, cause K Michelle is my favorite. Like I ain't even ready to
Really?
hold y'all.
yeah, I like K
Absolutely.
Michelle.
But
No, except for
but
this
I love
country album she's
Beyonce.
about to
Like
come out with.
I love B. But I'm gonna be I would be a liar if I was to sit here and say that I don't think Mariah gonna run with B. Like
I don't even want to see it.
B gonna probably get the popular vote, but y'all gotta understand Mariah popular too. Like people
Very much
love
so.
Mariah. People still out here loving on Mariah. Like
No,
I love her
people
when she come
love
out right at Christmas
Mariah.
time because she really puts me in the Christmas spirit. But hit for hit, Mariah gonna run with Beyonce. Once y'all start hearing some of them songs, you can be like, oh, okay. Like I got Mariah running with her. I do. I gotta
I
be in a
agree
really
with
good
that.
I
version.
just don't want to see it. I don't think
Why?
I just don't. I don't want to see
Well,
it.
I
It's
would
not
Beyonce
love
something
to.
ain't
for me
gonna
to
do it.
see.
You know, Beyonce barely go to
That shit
award
joke.
Mariah
shows,
wouldn't
so
do it. Mariah wouldn't dare do it. If they be like doing verses
I
against
ain't gonna
Beyonce,
hold
Mariah
you.
would be like, no.
I'm not gonna hold you. Mariah would do it if the right people
You
asked her.
think so?
Yes, Mariah is one of them team players. Like motherfucker, she was out there doing records with like people she shouldn't even be standing in the same room with. Like, think about it. Mariah got
Right.
friends that we would have never thought would have been her friends. Like,
that will definitely break the internet though.
Oh
Beyonce
yeah,
on the verses.
Absolutely.
it would.
first of all,
Absolutely.
imagine
Hell
Beyonce
yeah.
in a place like that doing a battle. What the fuck Beyonce
Shit.
The
ever did a
shit gonna be
battle?
sold out.
She probably.
I was gonna say
I
Beyonce
don't.
It's
won a
gonna be a
Coliseum.
murder at that scene because
I think
Beyonce won a
Beyonce would
people
do.
Coliseum.
get hurt
I
in
think.
there.
I think if Beyonce was to do it, she'd probably be remote, like how Eve was in a private stage by herself. Because if she have everybody, like you said, it's gonna sell out.
Honestly, I feel
so you
like
try.
if Jay asks B to do it, B doing it,
Of course,
especially if it's at the
Jay would
Barclays.
definitely have
Like,
to.
So you saying it's basically gonna be a 2 hour intermission at the On the Run 3 tour,
the
huh?
stage is gonna move when B's up there. The
Oh my
stage is
God,
gonna
that tour was the fucking best concert I ever been to.
Yeah, when I went to the On the Run
it's gonna be
tour,
rain
and
for
when
a
I
month.
say it was amazing, it was
It
fucking
was so
amazing. It was
amazing.
the best concert I've ever been to.
I
Like
can't
that shit
It
even
was
was
legit
imagine
like a
raining and
at a
movie.
like
fucking
niggas ain't even
battle.
care.
You think she'd bring her backup dancers to some shit like
Of
that?
course, she's
Like,
going to perform.
Fucking
Beyonce is going
right.
to
I
perform.
gotta give y'all a
She's-
show.
she
do
going
you
to
Gotta
have
be
think the
like,
stage
I
is
got
gonna move
mad.
as if Chris
Mariah
Brown
better
was
have
on that
hers.
shit?
The
You think
Yo,
the
fuck?
Chris,
stage is gonna move and shit like Chris
Chris,
Brown
Goddamn
was?
Chris is
right.
dancing.
You
Listen,
There's
think
no
they're
way.
gonna make it rain from the fucking sky with
listen,
Chris going to have little dance
listen.
breaks. Wait a minute. How you
My
gonna
girl
make it?
It's gonna
performed.
be
My
different.
my girl performed half that whole Lemonade album in 15 minutes in a nice little chopped up selection of songs.
I
Like
can't even
she gonna put
imagine
on a
being in a spot
performance.
like that. I could just see the crowd dead ass doing a dance routine because you know her fans are so loyal. Like they know
Oh, you
all her
already know.
dances.
Absolutely.
They know everything. Like I respect it. That's why I said
Bruh,
Mariah.
when I went, we went in Orlando and the shit was at the stadium. It was fucking pouring. Like in the beginning, people did not give a fuck. Like it was like amazing. Like
That's all I imagine.
amazing.
Same
I
see her in
think she
Philly,
is
and that shit
definitely
was
one
like
of the
that.
best entertainers. It
Absolutely.
would be interesting.
Absolutely.
It
All
would be
right, so
interesting because you know she's gonna give a show. Beyonce, that shit is gonna be a concert. They'll make so much money off of that because what all of these verses that they have, it seems like the public be at them and like they sell their little tickets and the tickets don't be as much. But imagine Beyonce and
I don't
Mariah
like
Carey,
her
them tickets
Xmas
gonna be
song.
like 200,
of course. All
300.
right. So Tanisha says, I don't like her Christmas
Period,
song. It's not
Tanisha.
the same. And
I like it though.
she said, that Black King, oh my God, it gave me a very different version and view as I was not a B fan because of all the kicking folks out. That wasn't Beyonce. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not
Well, who kicked some
feeling
people
a beat,
out?
but her the Destiny's Child, you know what I'm saying? Fiat, I mean the members changing, that wasn't Beyonce.
I think that was
Oh,
more
that's what she talking
management.
about?
That was like B Father.
Yeah, that was
It was her
I think
father
that was like
because
management.
because
the
if
daddy kicked them out.
because
I don't even think B had to even say so. Who stays,
she
who
did it.
goes.
So
Management
They just told her who
right,
was
because
coming to
like the
stand
first
next to her.
Latoya and because I watched the Jagged Edge documentary and you know they were linked. One of them was dating Octavia or whatever her name was, or Latavia, whatever. So they were dating, and I think the father didn't like her dating the guy from Jagged Edge, so they ended up getting kicked off the bus because of it. So the father ended up kicking him out the group, and then when they went to the other two,
It was Latavia, Michelle. I mean Kelly and Beyonce. Then it was like Latoya Luckett, Michelle, right?
not
Beyonce and Kelly.
Well,
yeah, and
Latoya
then
was in there when Latavia was in there
it
too.
was another member, it was another one, but I think she got kicked out because I think they had a show or something. She was late and she wasn't coming to rehearsal, so they was like, "Nah, it's a wrap." So that's when they just stuck with the original three. Well, not the original three, the three that people that the current three, I should say, Kelly, Michelle, and B. So yeah, that wasn't nothing Beyonce did. That was her father, doing so.
Oh my God, did y'all see what is the Spanish artist name that fell down all of them steps?
Karol G.
Carol
Man, and I
G.
love Karol G, but yeah, like sis
Yes.
went tumbling. That was crazy.
She's not the only celebrity that had that little fall.
She not because
Ain't
Beyonce
Michelle
ass went
ass fall
tumbling
down some
too.
Beyonce ass
steps?
fell down the steps too.
Yeah.
Michelle ass tumbled down some of them shits too. Like
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
Michelle
keep
is
Michelle
the
them
most
on
fell.
epic
light.
one.
When
Michelle
the
Michelle
had
light
the
fell
is
on one
pointing on
downfall.
you,
fucking
Michelle
part.
you
had
can't
the
see like that. You can't
Michelle
really
had
see
to
like
trip off
that.
your ankle fall. Like
Yeah, you
that, she
can't
had
really
that
see
dumbass
like that when
fall.
the light is at
The trip
you.
off
Like
your ankle.
people,
Yeah, you know how you bend your ankle the wrong way and you fall off some shit. Like it was one
But
of them
like she
falls.
fell down the whole from the top all the way
Who
to the
Beyonce or
bottom.
Karol G?
Well, when Beyonce fell, I don't think she fell like down all the steps like
Yeah,
Carol G did.
Beyonce ass went tumbling down them steps. I think Beyonce actually went tumbling worse than Karol G. No bullshit.
Really, I gotta watch it. But when I
Absolutely.
seen Carol G, I was like, damn, sis.
She had on that ring the alarm coat. That bitch hit the bottom. Her ass got up. Kept going. Y'all gotta watch it. Hey Jay, pull that shit up. You gotta play it. You gotta play it. As a matter of fact, I'll find the link. I'll send it to you.
Which one? Beyonce Falling?
Yeah, nah, you ain't even gotta play it. Come on, let's get to this. Let's get to this shit. Cause that shit'll have me weak and won't be no show. I'll be dying laughing on here. For real, for real. So what we got going on today, people? What we talking about?
I wanna ask everybody a question. You know, if people watching, how do y'all feel about people who swore up and down they wasn't gonna get vaxxed? Like they put it on God, on everybody dead in their family. It was on them. I'll put it on my dead mother, my dead father. I promise you, I'll never get vaxxed. As soon as that goddamn job emailed them, all of that was just off the table. Like, it's all right. Let me go on down here. They actually just stopped talking negative about it. Like, how do y'all feel when you sat there, you try to be I don't force vaccinations on nobody, but I watch people force the not getting it on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch people tell me crazy thing. Oh, you're gonna fucking die in 10 years, 15 years. Well, shit. You're gonna be right there dead with me. So what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's so crazy to hear. I don't force it on nobody because I know the ones that I will be preaching to, they then very, they gonna stand up for how they feel, and I get it. So I don't go back and forth with them no more. I've been stopped long back in the summertime before it was a mandatory thing.
Right.
But I just, like, how do y'all look at them now that they are fully vaxxed, second shot in? Like, they are fully vaxxed. They don't talk about it negatively at all. It's on my job.
Yeah, so if it's because of your job, because a lot of jobs are making it mandatory. So if you got vaccinated for that purpose, then I don't knock you. And I say that to say this, because like if your job forced you to get vaccinated and you're just like, no, I'm not doing it, fire me, you're pretty much not going to get another job unless you get a stay-at-home job, because of the fact that if you leave your company now and you try to find another job, all these jobs are requiring you to get vaccinated to come in. So you'll be better off
Majority of the
getting
jobs are anything
Yes,
dealing with the public. You
Yeah.
have to be vaxxed. Yeah.
It's to the
absolutely.
point where like they making like like I was watching and like reading things about it, like De Blasio and all of them. They're trying to make the private sectors force the vaccination on people. It's not just like the city agencies and stuff like that. Like, I'm one of those people that was like, I'm not getting vaxxed. Fuck that. Da 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 da. I was against it, but like my back was against the wall, and it's like I have a good job. I've wanted this job so bad. I've been taking all these tests, spending up my money on tests. Like, I finally get this job, and now it's like it's either you get vaxxed and you keep your job. Like, I was going for a promotion and all that, or I throw it all away and don't have no income. Like, I have a kid and shit like that. So I'm mad that I got vaxxed. Like, it bothers me to this day. I definitely don't want to do that booster shit. Like, I ain't want the two. So what the hell? I definitely don't want the booster or whatever. But I mean, do whatever you want to do with your body. If you don't want to be vaxxed, you don't want to be vaxxed. You get vaxxed. You get vaxxed. It is what it is. I so was with getting tested weekly. And that was a thing until they stopped that. Like, oh, it's no more testing. Get vaxxed. So
Right.
I had
It's
to,
getting
like,
to
my
the
back
point
was against the
where,
wall.
and I say this and I say it lightly with a kind heart, it's getting to the point where you can't even go too many places.
Right.
You can't go
You can't do
outside in
shit.
New York without being vaxxed. Like, I was in Midtown, like Saturday. There's stops to go in the theater. You have to stop here to be checked in. We need to see
Yeah,
a vax card.
definitely.
Like,
They
there's like
they
a
asked for the
station
card
in
at the
front
movie theater.
of the theater. Like, it's a station here. You gotta check in. Like, not only do you check in online to tell us you're here for your seat, you gotta check in at the vax station too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta come right here
But
too.
it's so crazy. Like, some places, like when I went to the movies 2 weeks ago, and they asked for the card. They, like, we got the tickets and they stopped us like, oh, where's your vax card? Like, them niggas want your ID and your card. They try to make sure everything matches. And then
Oh,
you have some
absolutely.
places where you go and they just show me your card on your phone. Oh, that's it. Like, it's no proof. Like, some places are more strict than others, but you definitely cannot have a livelihood if you're not vaxxed these days, unless you go to
But
like
it's to a
low
point,
key
even in the
spots.
airport, y'all work
When
in
you
the
come to the
airport, so y'all
South,
know.
yay,
Yeah.
yay.
I
Well,
mean,
me
honestly, I feel
personally
like it's
saying,
about to get to the point where it's everywhere. It's not just the South. It's about to get to the point where it's about you can't even get to the South if you're flying. What you gonna drive there? It's gonna
well,
get to
me
that point in the airport. You work at the airport. You've seen the changes.
Yeah.
Well, me personally, to answer the question, I feel as though that I don't believe in forcing anybody to take the drug against their will, and I do feel as though that this is a bit. They kind of did force people to. Well, the government basically did force people to take the vaccine, but I do think that it's helping us a lot more. Like the more people that's vaccinated, the better chance we have of like not experiencing this COVID shit so heavy. So like I'm all for that.
I mean, COVID ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be here for life.
But we'll have a better chance at fighting if we are vaccinated.
But I kind of disagree with that. Because everybody's body's different. You know what I'm saying? So you can have somebody who has a great immune system and who's asymptomatic, let's say. They catch COVID, they don't even know, have no symptoms, and they're not vaccinated. Where you have somebody who's vaccinated who has a weak
Right.
or low immune system, they may feel worse than somebody who not vaccinated. So it all depends on everybody's body and how you take it. You know what I'm saying?
And
That's
then
just
now
how
we
I
got this
Mm.
Omarion variant and all of that. Like,
I think
Yeah, I
it's
just heard it's a new
I don't want to
one.
say Marion because I think it's Amari, some
it's
Amari
called
Joe.
Omicron, but I just
Omicron,
like to
yeah,
say
but yeah,
Omarion.
because he felt the type of
Oh
way
my
because I think he
god.
started trending after they said it was the Marion variant.
Cause if you look at it real fast, it's Omar. Oh no, not Omarion, Omicron, but it's called Omicron. It's so real, like with this Omicron thing, like at my job, we have to wear masks, but we only have to wear masks in the common area. So, that's like the hallways, the bathroom, the front desk. But when you go into your
Mm.
office, you're good. Now, like I got an email when I was at work yesterday, and it's like, you got to wear your mask at your desk. And it's like, bruh, are we shutting down? Because I'm so for the shutdown. I wouldn't mind if they shut this shit down again. I like to work from home.
I mean, well,
I don't know
COVID
how I
drives
could
in the
do
winter,
that.
so I mean, I feel like I really hope the city of New York don't play. Don't be scared to whoever's the mayor. Don't be scared to shut us down. Like we okay with that, and don't be scared to give out the unemployment because
We need some STEMIs. We need all that. It was no
don't be
traffic during
scared
the pandemic.
to suspend alternate side parking. Don't be scared to do any of that shit. Like we will not stop you. We will not stop nothing that you
The
try
pandemic
to
was
do.
fun,
It got
honestly.
people
It
to
was boring, but it
honestly
was fun.
shit. I wasn't even bored during the pandemic. I was still outside, but I
Well,
know
I'm
more.
gonna make sure I bring my motherfucking vaccine card when I come to New York.
Please do. Don't come here without it.
Yeah,
Then you'll
fill
be
that
crazy.
shit out and pull up.
Matter of fact, download the app for safety purposes. Like, don't even play like that. Like, you shouldn't even have to walk around and might
Hold
lose
on,
your
what
shit.
app?
It's
What
an
app
app.
to
You can
download?
use your app. Like, it's an app.
Yeah,
I
if you
sent it to
registered.
you. Man.
But okay, so how does that work? Because I see that a lot of people have it in their
They
wallet, but
Apple
I don't know how to
Wallet.
put mine in there. I
I
need
think
to
it
It
buy
depends.
it.
Like with me,
on her.
I don't have it on my Apple Wallet. I don't know how to do it, but one of my homegirls, Tiffany, she has it like in her wallet. I think like wherever she went to like Department of Health to get vaccinated. And I
Hmm.
don't know if they like signed her up with something and that's how she was able to put it on the app. But she said it's a way that you can like manually put it in. But it's some app that they have that you download and you upload like your card on it so you have it handy whenever they ask you for it.
Well, let me know if you. Oh, I see something that says vaccine passport. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see
Yeah,
what the
that's what
fuck
it is,
is
the
that's
passport.
about.
And it goes in your Apple wallet like where your debit cards and credit cards and shit like that is.
Yeah, man, that's what I fucking need. That's what I need. That's what I need. Um,
Any other topic, guys?
Well,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
question was just when I over the weekend speaking to people or whatever, as we were kids growing up, we have all our fondest memories and whatnot. And as adults, like when you think back on your life, like what is like your first childhood memory? Because you damn sure don't remember nothing. People say, "Oh, my first birthday was lit," blah blah blah. Like, bruh, you know damn well you don't remember what happened at your first birthday party. Who does? Unless you look at pictures. So, like, what is like your fondest or like your first memory that you can remember as a child?
What's the oldest we talking?
I mean, your first, like the first thing you can remember.
I think my first memory as a child was having my cousin Terran, like growing up with her. Like I do remember her always being there. Like I think my real first memory, she broke my grandmother's fish tank. I remember that shit, and she blamed me. She pointed right at me. I got my ass beat for that shit.
How old were y'all?
We were like 4, because me and Tevin is the same age, and I remember that. Yeah, she a bad influence, because that's how I started smoking weed too. You know what I mean? Like, but I love my baby Tevin. You know what I mean? Like, I just saw her ass too. But that's like my first memory. It was like 4, and it was water everywhere. It wasn't one of them small ass tanks. It was one of them porn star tanks that you see in the porns. It was big as fuck. Like it was long.
Did you
And
say
it
a
was
porn
big.
star tank?
Yeah, you know how like you watching the porn when you see the fish tank and old school shit. It was like
Yeah,
a
I've
long
never.
ass
That shit is not. That's not even called a fish tank. That shit is called an aquarium.
right, pretty much. That shit was huge. When I say it was like a crack, and that's my earliest memory. It was a crack. And then I guess the pressure just said fuck, and it just was everywhere. We looked at each other. We knew we was gonna get beat the fuck up. Like we knew you couldn't even clean that amount of water up without a wet vac or something. Like, and this is 92, 93. No black family owned no damn wet vac. It was water down there for decades. Like I think it smelled like mold even after all of that happened. That's how much water was down there.
Yo, I got a lot of childhood memories. I can't even start to remember.
But I was
Well,
like
pick
age 4,
one.
but it had to been
One.
age 4.
He's a big one.
Pick
Yeah,
one.
just one.
All right,
Just one.
so I remember one. All right, some of my very first Orlando trip. I want to say it was like early 90s. I maybe 92 ish, maybe 91 if that. But I was at home. I was watching TV, and I remember my cousin said we was going to Florida to Disney World. I mean, he said Disney World. I ain't know Disney World was in Florida at the time because I wasn't, I ain't had no. I just said, oh, we going to Disney, cool. So I was at home. I was getting dressed, watching TV, and I remember he called my mother. My mother said, "All right, your cousin's here." So I went downstairs, got in the car, and we drove from New York to Florida. Now,
That
then
shit like 23 hours.
and the crazy part about it, then and to this day, I am horrible. If I'm not driving, I'm a horrible road trip guy. Like if I'm not driving or I'm not, designated to keep you up, it's a wrap. If I'm sitting in the back, before we hit when we're leaving New York, before we hit Manhattan, I'm bodied, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even remember crossing Jersey. You may, if you're lucky, I get to Jersey, but after that, I'm asleep the whole ride. I'll get up when we get there, and I'm like, oh, we here. You know what I'm saying? I sleep the whole ride. So I remember sleeping the whole ride. We got to Disney. We had a great time. But if you ask me what happened on that ride going there, forget about it.
Mine's is the same going to Disney. I was like 5 or 4 and spending the night at my aunt's house and waking up and we drive into the airport and we go to Disney. Like I remember how Disney looked then and I remember how it looked now. Like I was looking at pictures when I went to clean out my dad's apartment and he had like my pictures from when we were at like Disney and it looks so much different. Like they had the whole ET experience. They don't even have that shit there now anymore. That's like my first fondest memory, and I was like 4 or 5 years old. So I don't know how people be saying that they remember. I mean, unless you got like the memory of an elephant, anything before like 4 or 5 years old, I really don't think people really remember that.
I don't think I was even talking before. Like I probably was, because I do remember my generation being some type of like fast learner. Because I think we got like chicken pox at like 3, because it was a
Right,
thing.
like these kids don't even get chicken. My daughter never had chicken pox. I remember having chicken pox. I remember that too. Because I remember taking the calamine baths. That shit was in my scalp. It was on the bottom of my feet. I had it so bad. But like the kids don't even get chicken pox these days.
Honestly, kids don't. They're not like we were. I've been noticed that. I have a teenager. Like I said, these kids don't talk early. They're not potty trained early anymore. It's a lot of that going on. So it's like I think my kid's earliest memory wouldn't even be from 3. Honestly, it probably be like 5 or 6. Like I'll be talking to my daughter and she be like, I didn't know I had that birthday party. I'm like, girl, you was like 4. You don't remember that? Like,
So I may have one earlier than that. So now this movie came out in '88. So I think I remember this vividly. So I was at my grandmother's house. My mother said, "We going to the movies." Came pick me up from my grandmother's house. We went to go see freaking Child's Play. Now, as a kid, okay, this came out in '88. I was 4.
And you went to see that?
I had no idea what it was. My mother, because we didn't know nothing about no previews. I wasn't watching no previews. I didn't know what it was. My mother, like, hey, let's go see Child's Play. All right, cool. So if y'all remember Child's Play, it starts off with Andy watching cartoons. So I'm like, oh snap, cartoon movie, cool, great. And then so he brings the doll home, and we all know what happened after that. And I'm like, I was horrified. Now, fast forward, I get home. My mother brought me a Chucky doll previous to that, before I even know what the movie was about. I come to the crib, this MF is sitting on my bed. Oh, hell no. Yo, I put that joint in the closet. I put a chair. I don't even think I slept that night, because I'm like, yo, if you come out this closet, bro, it's
Not
going
the good
down.
guy. It's a good guy doll.
Nah, he had a good time. He came out that closet, I promise you. Me and Chuck would have been rumbling in there.
I see those in people's houses now that I be knowing, and I'm like, girl, get your life.
Yo,
like,
it's this guy that live around here. He drives like a Benz or something like that. I don't know. It's like a white or a silver car, and in his sunroof he has the Bride of Chucky and Chucky hanging out his sunroof, and he drives around with that shit.
I feel like I've seen that car.
I've been
Black
living
car?
up here for mad long.
Why?
White car.
So it's funny. I was talking to my best friend yesterday, matter of fact, and she was saying, like, we were talking about, because in Spencer's they have the actual original like, good guy doll. And so she said her youngest daughter just turned 5, and I want to say, and her son, I want to say, is like 7 or 8. She's gonna kill me if I don't remember, but yeah. So she said she's gonna have them watch the original Chucky, the first 2, and she said she's gonna go to Spencer's and buy the doll and prop it on this porch, and she gonna ring the doorbell and go in the house and be like, hey, go answer the door. And she said they gonna open the door. I said, yo, first off, they're gonna have heart attacks. Second of all, you gotta record it. I want to see that.
Yo, Ray, you stupid. What you said about the white car, Ray?
Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Next topic.
You can go to the next topic, y'all. Y'all
All right, so I don't know if y'all seen the rumor, but the rumor is the fact that your boy the baby, moved on. Now he's dating Sweetie, I believe they said.
So Sweetie put that bitch out.
But I just saw somebody say that the baby was fucking with Alexis Sky.
Yeah, I seen
what?
that
on the shade room. So like the baby had like a concert, and he had on like this white sweater with a Cartier bust down watch, and then Alexis Sky,
like a one of a kind,
and him was hugging, and somebody posted it in the story, and it was like, I love you, the baby, or I love you. And it was him hugging her, but you could see her face. Of course, you can't see him, but it's the same exact sweater and the same bust down Cartier watch. And it was on some lovey-dovey posts and all that. I don't know. The baby, he getting around if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about that. You know what I'm more concerned? That Alexa Sky would even fall for this bullshit. Like, Alexa, we learned nothing, boo.
Their girl name is Alexis.
Nigga said Alexa.
I'm sorry.
The
'cause
lights
that's how
about the
me
lights
fucked
about to
up.
start coming on and going off. She
Word.
hard.
Oh
I
my
swear. Look,
god.
and then I'm waiting for this nigga like to come on because you know he got that shit in his house.
Word.
Girl,
I'm serious.
we just learned nothing. Like I don't understand. Girl,
I ain't
baby.
surprised though.
I'm surprised because she about her bag now. She done open all these goddamn recovery homes, shits for these BBLs and asses and
But he
asses
got a
and
bag
asses in them.
too, so that can add to her bag.
No, the fucking kid. Like he ain't even want his child in his house. What he about to do for her? He ain't even want his kid in his house. Like, what he gonna do for her? The baby was making too much noise for the baby. Like, it was too much going on, and he didn't want no parts of that shit. And here she come. You know, I don't
Wait,
like talking about
did you
people's
say the
kids.
baby was making too much noise for the
Yes, she
baby?
did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
And then we not gonna act like Alexa Sky is just some regular girl with nothing that with nothing dragging her. She got her own kid with responsibilities to that child.
So
She
you
got
just
Right, because
determined her
he
name gonna be Alexa.
listen, I don't give a fuck. Like honestly, because I'm annoyed by her now. Now she can. Now I'm not respecting that girl because you know why you root for a girl. You know how you be like privately rooting for them. Like, yeah, girl, get on your shit. Yeah, girl, do what you gotta do. Yeah, girl, open them fucking businesses and bitch, you go do this.
I
You
hope
go
it
do
ain't true.
this.
Hopefully it was just she just
I
was
hope
at
it's
the
just a
show.
rumor, and I could just be like, "Girl, my bad. I just didn't want to see you fucking up." You know what I mean? Like, I want to see her win because she was like getting played left and right, wrong baby daddy. Come to find out, baby daddy's a regular ass nigga. It was not none of them niggas on TV. That shit was just a bad scene. Like, and now this.
Hold on, wait, Ray. Question for
Yo.
you. Did you watch Nikki on the Potomac
Oh,
reunion?
you know I did. You know I did. You know I
Nikki was
did.
serving the girls.
I absolutely loved every bit of it. It was absolutely amazing. Nikki is funny as fuck and she's shady. I love it. I fucking love it. Like it was an amazing reunion. I was just here
When I
for
was
that.
seeing that shit, I was like, they could call Nikki whatever the fuck they want, but they won't call her fucking fake. Like
There you go. That's
they won't
right.
call her fake
I
though,
think
because
that's so
the
cool.
feed was too
That's
on.
right.
I was like, you know what? They knew what show to put Nikki ass on. Because I could just
But
see talking to, to anybody, talk to me like that and see what happened. The fuck you mean? That's all I
it
got.
made me wish that like they had Nikki on there sooner. Like I wish she would have been able to do the reunion for like Atlanta because that would have been really more her speed.
But that
That
just
would
go to
have
show
been
that she really liked the Potomac girls. For her to
Now she
even
do.
have wanted to do it, like she really liked the
like
Potomac girls.
she was so on point with her questions. You could tell she
Mm-hmm.
watched the show. You know what I mean?
Them
Like
Atlanta girls
she
they would
watched
have
the show.
definitely
It looked
came
like
for
she
Nikki
wanted to
though.
take the cue cards and go like this. I don't need this shit. I was like,
Yeah.
like
Did you see Wendy be shady and try to read the cards while Nikki wasn't looking to see what she was on answer next?
Yeah, because Nikki called her out on it. Nikki said she was like, you was telling them the questions I was asking them or some shit like that. I did
Yeah,
see
she
that
was
part.
corny. Wendy's a cornball anyway because Wendy going when they asked her on a talk show like how do you feel about Nikki gonna be hosting y'all reunion, and she was like, yeah, I'm a barb, and she tried to recite the lyrics to Monster, and she was like, you know how Nikki be like, pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad
Yeah.
bitch that came from Sri Lanka, and she was like, pull up in the Sri Lanka, like girl.
So that's where that meme came from. It came from an actual interview.
Yes, they asked Wendy the
Oh
question
shit.
on the real or something, and she was like, "Yeah." She was so confident, like you would have thought she was a barb from day one, like how we really fuck with her from day one. And she was like, "Yeah, pull up into Sri Lanka." Says you can't pull up in a Sri Lanka. That is a place, honey. You
Oh no,
got to
I
pull
need to
up in
watch
the
it. I need to see the
monster
interview.
automobile gangster. Like, what are you talking about?
I need to see the interview because that's funny. That's funny as
Yes,
fuck.
that's where the memes are coming from. Poor girl. She forgive her losses. She does not know no better.
she tried it.
All right, so apparently, I found out that, and the crazy part about it, I didn't know they still did it, but I think last week or 2 weeks ago they had the Soul Train Awards, and
In Brooklyn,
Ashanti,
right? It
yeah,
was in
got the
Brooklyn.
Lady of
I heard
Soul
she did
Award.
really good.
She did. Okay, I didn't see it, but how do y'all feel about Ashanti getting a Lady of Soul Award?
For what? What she need that for? I like her. She,
You know
her music
something?
still bump and all of that, but I don't know about Lady of Soul. I think that's a little beyond her
I don't think she earned that.
Mm,
at all. I think they ain't got nobody else to give it to, or they just didn't have time to figure somebody else out. And Ashanti is
Shit, they could have
very
gave it to K
available.
Michelle. They could have gave it
maybe
to.
not that, but maybe not that title. But she deserves. Ashanti deserves to be
She deserves her
recognized. Like
flowers.
think about it, y'all. Not only did she bring her music to the table, but she don't wrote hella shit for other people. So
Oh, she
like, I
can get a
mean,
writer's
giving
fucking
her.
award. Like, then okay, that's a writer's award.
But Lady of
When we talking about
Soul,
the past, maybe
But
we'll get around to her. She's
still,
not that far in the past to
when
even
you
get an
when
in
you
the
hear
past
Lady of
award.
Soul,
Like,
you don't think of like Aretha Franklin and like the Patti LaBelle's of the
she
But
think
world and
yeah, that
I
stuff
shit
think
like
she
a
don't
that.
got it
Grammy.
already though.
yeah, you right, you
That's
right.
what I'm
I
trying.
would
Lady of
Lady of
Soul.
Soul,
That's what the
yeah.
fuck.
I
No,
don't. When I hear Lady of
But
Soul,
I was
I
kind of
don't
with
think
CC when
of
she said K
Ashanti.
too.
at all.
If they would have been on some like Lady of like man and woman collab or however they would want to put that, yeah, Ashanti, because her and Ja Rule, they
No,
had it
yeah,
on
they
lock
need
for
not
a
to say
very
that at
long time.
all. They need
If
not to
they
say
wanted
that.
to say Lady of Elements of that era, then yeah, you give it to Ashanti. Other than that, I don't see why she even get a the fuck she got. She got a song
CC
out
did
now. She got
wrong.
some music out now. Like
And
that
even
I
if
don't
she
know
do,
about.
who's checking for her music like that? Like,
I'ma listen.
I'm a listen, but
I'm
it's
I
not
gonna
the
feel like
first thing on
listen.
my to-do list.
I'm gonna listen because I listened to Summer Walker album and I'm honestly not impressed.
At all.
Still haven't heard it.
Man, that loud
Not
Her
as hell
album,
impressed.
too.
after listening to it a few times, I like some songs because some songs, like, as I guess you want to say baby mama or whatever, I have a child and, being in relationships where a nigga cheat on you and stuff, you can relate to it and shit. And some of the things she say, yeah, it does have relevance. But
I'm
after
glad ain't
listening
nobody
to it
talking about
multiple
that shit.
times, I probably only really like 4 songs.
I think I just like Bitter.
And that's the main song I like because that song speaks volumes for these
It
bitter
speaks for
ass
itself. I
bitches.
just like
I
Bitter.
just like
The
that
rest of
song
the
with
album,
SZA.
I don't think I could relate to because there's certain things in that shit I don't even want to do at my age. You know what I'm
I like
saying?
her
Like
Right.
song with
I'm
Omari
not. It's
on.
not
It's cute.
relatable. Yeah, it's not relatable to me. I mean, I don't. I understand what she's saying.
I think
But,
that's a good way to put it, CC. It wasn't relatable.
it's not relatable.
Maybe that's why I
I think
couldn't
because of
fuck
my
with it.
age, and I think
Cause
that's probably why I relate.
outside of that Sierra's Prayer song and the song with
And that wasn't
SZA,
even,
I
I
didn't
thought it
like
was
the
going to be a
album.
song. It was just a prayer.
It was just a
I
prayer.
loved it. I loved every bit of it. It was very elegant. It was nice as fuck. Amazing way to
And I
end
actually
that
like
album.
to see I have a voice over the radio. So I did
I
like the
love it.
Sierra's Prayer, and I think I just like Bitter. I listen to the other songs if it's in my queue, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not something that's saved in the goddamn queue. Like it's
Right,
just Bitter
right. I
that's
feel
saved,
you.
and that's it. I can relate to Bitter because I understand what Cardi B said in the end. Like if bitches want to get
Mm-hmm.
clout off for you, you get clout off for them. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gotta fight that fire with fire if these other baby, because she's a baby mother too. She's not a wife. If the other baby mother's acting retarded or if the baby mother's acting crazy, I get it. It was definitely relatable. I think every female probably, whether you was the baby mother or you got done, you had to deal with the baby mother, it was
Right.
relatable, period. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of it, I don't think I related to it because of my age. I realize when you get older, you see things different, you move different, you
Mhm.
act different, you talk different. So I don't think it was relatable. I relate more to old school R&B because that's just how I move now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's more relatable. Or K Michelle, who's also older than me, but my age bracket. So that's more relatable to me. I could listen to Michelle talk about, yeah, you just can't raise no man, girl. Yeah,
Okay, come on
you
now.
just can't. Like, you can't do it.
She got older but never
Yeah,
grew.
Mary, Auntie
Fuck.
Mary. Like, I can relate to Auntie Mary. I can't relate to,
Listen.
and that's with a lot of rap music. Even with the music, period, I realize it's really not. I realize I hit the next chapter in my life musically. Like, I'm not, it's not
Okay.
just her, it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, SZA is probably like the only, am I saying her name right?
Yeah.
No, y'all know I'll be renaming these bitches. Like, I think I can
Especially,
relate to her music.
especially,
She's relatable.
especially your favorite artist, the half Asian one.
Not even gonna say the name. Not even gonna say the
Who
name.
is it?
Not saying it. But I'm not really. I realize even when I listen to City Girls, I fucking love them. By the way, I do. I love that.
I love City
Even
Girls.
her song with JT, I actually kind of like it.
Trash.
Just a little bit.
I hate
But
that song.
I think it's because I like JT.
I think
JT was the best thing on the song.
And I think
Trash.
even when I
But
hear other
I don't
artists
like
with JT, I really don't like the artist, but I think I like JT.
The verse
JT
was
gives me like
trash.
Young
The
C
way the
vibes.
song was put together was trash. Summer Walker
Like the
vocals,
song was like, is this
trash.
supposed to be R&B? Is it supposed to be pop? Is it
It
like
gave
I
me
I'm
pop
can't?
telling
vibes.
y'all what it was.
Gave me
Trash.
pop vibes.
Yeah, the
God
song
damn,
was the
Ray.
song.
God
And then I was
damn.
mad that she
Trash.
released it first. Like it was some fire. Like she had us
Trash.
waiting. Oh, Friday is
No,
gonna
she
release.
didn't.
And that
She
Friday
Break the
released
came and
that
I was
box.
song.
like,
Break the box.
She released
I
that
think that's
song
why I'm
and
upset.
gave y'all
Like,
exactly what that song was giving.
trash.
I hate Ray. I hate Ray. And you know what made it worse for me? You know, I'm used to my female artists, all glammed up, all cute. She's so fucking dirty. Like, and she pisses me off, like with the
She's
dirty
giving me
looks.
Color Purple vibes,
She giving
and
me
I don't
homeless
like it.
vibes. And then it
She
don't
I don't
even
gives.
like
She
be
just
it.
woke
her.
up and got dressed.
It
Like
don't
I
even
don't
be
like
her.
it.
Y'all seen her background too. I don't know if it's me. I be looking at her background. I'm like, girl, why that bed on the floor?
she
Back
looked
there?
like she pulls
Girl,
clothes out of the dirty clothes bag and just gives her.
she just screams, I
somebody,
stink. Like it's
somebody tell
bad. Like her
London that
hair look
baby
like it
is
smell
not
like
safe.
Doritos. I hate it. Like I just feel like she gotta clean her look.
Her hair smells like Doritos.
That's the look. Like I look like when I lean in a hugger, I'm gonna smell corn chips. Like, and I don't
Yeah,
like
like
that. Like,
one of these. Hey, what's going on, Auntie?
and you know, so crazy. I've been noticing that, and I'm not a hater, but you know, I realize a lot of my son's generation, like the girls, they analyze those girls. They look up to those girls. Like, but when you see them girls without that makeup, you see them girls on live getting put the fuck out. You be like, boy, girl, shut the fuck is this?
Let
Like,
Danny live.
I ain't never got kicked out of a nigga crib. Like, yes, I'm saying I never got kicked out of a fucking nigga crib. And then I've been thrown out of way better
Let
places.
Danny
Like,
live.
I was like, what's going on here? Like,
Give
Yo.
Daddy a break.
I never got kicked out of a nigga crib. Like, I never got kicked out of a nigga
She
crib.
probably did either. It was her first time for everything.
But I've
Right.
never seen nothing like this before. I'm like,
Mm.
damn, it's like something in the air. Honestly, I really do feel like it's something in the air. I know people I personally know going through it right now. The pandemic over. Why y'all still going through it? I think the pandemic just brought out the worst in people. Like, oh, you actually got to see a partner for who they really were. Oh shit, even your fucking kids. Like, if you got a teenager ain't chilling with you like that. The teenager ain't in the house. They outside. Like,
Right.
I got to know my teenager just a little bit more during the pandemic. You feel me? Like, people really getting to know their spouses for the first time. And babies is getting made during the pandemic, and you barely know these people. You don't know this girl. You don't know this guy. And I don't ever remember no girls my age moving into a man's house without a backup plan. Like, what happened to that backup plan? Honestly, it's a lot of weird shit going on. Girls is out here proposing to niggas too. It's like a thing. Like, I
still think
shit
that's a
going
bit
on.
much, to be honest with you guys. Like, I know that it is a free country, and you know, people can basically
Agree with that.
what is it, propose to whoever they want to propose to. But my thing with that is I just feel like it's meant for the man to propose.
Yeah, I'm never.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna front.
that
I had a conversation with my ex, and she was actually on the verge of, you know what I'm saying, because I guess she felt I was taking too long. So she admitted to me that she was going to propose to me, and I was
I
like,
might not never in life.
so
I think the only thing a female should be doing in your situation, in that situation, or in any situation similar, you need to talk to your man.
Right.
You need to put him on 50. Like, listen, is either you marrying me or you not, because you wasting my motherfucking time.
I'm not gonna hold you. If my ex would have done it, to be real with you, I would have said no. But hold on. Let me finish. I'm gonna tell
So
you why I
embarrassed
said
not
no.
like that. You ain't never gave a damn about her. Like
No. I'm gonna tell you why I said no. I would have said no because that's not how it's supposed to be done. So if she would have got on one knee like, "Hey, will you marry?" I would have said no, and I'd have made her get up, and I would have got on one knee like, "All right, no, this is how it's supposed to be done," and I'd have flipped it and proposed to her. Like I
And
wouldn't
then
have.
I would have
you
said
wasn't
no.
ready. You wasn't ready.
Yeah, I
sir.
was going to say, but wait a minute, you can't embarrass
No.
her. And
I would have said no.
that's
The reason I would have said
controlling as
no
a
is
bitch.
because that's
You
not
should
how
have
it's
just
supposed to
said
be
yes
done.
and then redid the proposal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
but
now
no,
you
I- I-
embarrassing
Just
I-
in
her.
case that
Now
ever
it look
happens to
like
you again. Like
now it look like you only doing it because she did it.
No.
Because if she a real
Because
one, she gonna have a
honestly,
gay friend like
honestly,
me
at
who
the
gonna be
point,
like, bitch, how fucking dare you get on your knees and propose to this
yeah,
nigga?
because honestly, like I said, I
The
wasn't.
fuck wrong
Yeah, I
with
wasn't.
you?
Like I mean, like I said, when I was with her, yeah, I contemplated it, but again, I wouldn't have let her win out like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, no, get up. I would have got on money like, no, this is how it's supposed to be done. Let's do it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
can
Like
I
that's
ask you
how I would have
something
done.
from a male perspective?
Yeah,
Do you
excellent.
feel like you took too long?
Oh,
No, because I was in my 20s. I wasn't.
Yeah, that's
ready
why
for that.
I asked. You know, I wanted
Yeah,
to know. Like, do you feel like
honestly
you
in my
took too
20s,
long?
I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I was young. My mindset was completely different. Now if I'd have married her because she wanted to, I'm sure I would have been one of them. Like, yeah, I was married before and I got divorced. I don't want to be one of them people to say, yeah, I was married and I got divorced. Like if I get married, I want it to be a one-shot thing and it continues to move on. Like I don't want it
that's
to be
right.
like I don't want to
That's
get
right.
married numerous times. Like I want one big show, one, you know what I'm saying, one big shebang, and then that's it.
I mean, I agree with you. I really don't agree with married in your 20s type thing. I think that's for you. I think that's for whatever. Even I ain't gonna hold you. Even the early 30s.
I mean,
I feel like when you turn 30, you really starting to figure out some things.
Yeah.
Being 34, yeah, your girl is 34.
Yeah.
I realized I wasn't myself until like now.
Right. Yeah. Because
it took me 4 years. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how people feel. I don't care what people say. But it took me an extra 4 years to get to that. Like I'm moving on my own record, on my own accord. I do what I want. Like I realize my old people are old people and they say what the fuck they want. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hit a certain age, you just move differently, or you shut down, or you get serious at like 34, 35. I see it now. You know, I feel like at 30, if you don't have the guidance, you're not gonna get it right. But I've noticed that like in your 20s, that ain't no type of lifestyle. Like
because like I said, she wanted to get married. Like I said, her vision was she wanted to be married by the time she was 18, no later than 21. I don't see that.
That's very early.
That's not no red flag, cuz like no, you didn't see the red flags.
I mean, now granted, now to play devil's advocate, she was doing her thing at that point. You know what I'm saying? She was.
Why does everybody always want to play devil's advocate?
She was giving wife vibes that, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I mean, but again, I wasn't ready for all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
I mean, you did the honest thing. If you wasn't ready, you don't just do because somebody asked you to do. That's really a feeling. You be like, that's why I said I can't even ask you if that happened to you now. Would you do that? Like, how long do you really be in a relationship before you propose to someone? Like, how does that really work nowadays?
I mean,
like,
honestly,
that's a good question.
Like, how long does that? Because I see men be
that's
like,
a good question.
I only noticed when you broke up because my ex said it to me, bitch. I never saw marriage vibes in you. Ho, what you say, bitch? What the fuck you say to me? Like, yes, I say, but I realize people say things out of anger, but still, like. I don't think I would want to be with somebody, and I've done it. That's what I said. I've actually did it too, because I didn't see no fucking marriage vibes in him neither. Like, I let me come to my senses. Like, the same shit he saw in me was the same shit I saw in him, but yet the relationship went off and on for 7 fucking years. Like, that's some sad shit. That's when I say sometimes you gotta stop and you gotta get real because things around you will fuck your shit up. Like,
it
ain't sad. See, that's love.
That ain't no motherfucking love. That was confusion. Like,
love kept y'all together that long.
Honestly, I think struggle kept us together. I think when we was there, when somebody's there for you during hard times, it would keep y'all together. I think it was just hard times that kept us together. But
what was the wife vibes that she was given? That, like, what is wife vibes?
You know, I want you to answer, Candy, but I want to point this out, Candy. I'm so glad that you said that.
Because I hate when people say wife vibes. Like, what is a fucking wife vibe?
for a wife, if you weren't looking for a wife at that point, what was it about her that had you noticing the wife in her?
All right, so like I
Answer
said,
Candy's question first. I'm sorry,
huh?
because Candy
All right, so
answer
all
Candy's
right,
question
so
first.
yeah, and I can answer it together. All right, so like I said, looking back on it, you know what I'm saying now, like I mean, she definitely wasn't doing that towards the end of the relationship. That's why we're not together. But at the beginning, she was there for me. If I asked for anything, you know what I'm saying, she was there. Like, you know what I'm saying, I never had to ask. You know what I'm saying, she cooked on a regular, even though she cooked on a regular. If she did laundry, you know what I'm saying, like she made sure I was good. You know what I'm saying, like, and it even got to a point where my mindset was so messed up. I like, you know what I'm saying, we got an apartment together, and I did not like I was a jerk. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't.
Ladies, I hope you listening to this shit.
Yeah, like I was
Ladies,
a jerk.
I hope you listening to this shit.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
gonna
this motherfucker just said a mouthful. Because that's the same shit these niggas be asking y'all to do.
lie. Yeah, I'm
As
saying like
girlfriends.
yeah, like I said.
This
So
ain't
like I
get
said,
no goddamn rain.
so she like I said, so she she literally held me down. Like most women, most people, if you're staying with somebody, especially a woman and a man staying with you, and he's working but he's not contributing to anything, most women will be like, yo, you know what, I'm going. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you got to get out. But not once she kicked me out, even though it was times where she wanted to say it but she didn't. And then outside of that, like I said, my mother also was a handful. So she dealt, and she, you know what I'm saying, took in all of that. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot that she had to deal with. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't, a lot of it she didn't have to do, because again, we were in our 20s. So you could, at that point, you can easily be like, you know what, I'm done.
What's your 20s? What was the age bracket?
We were honestly at that point, I don't think I think I was maybe like 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? And she was about 22, 23.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, she was just there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't have to ask her nothing. Like, she opened her.
It sounds like she just like the idea of marriage. That's what it
I mean,
sounds
yeah,
like.
but again, like I said, she wanted to be married when she was 18. Like I said, no older than 20, no later than 21.
Yeah, that's when girls like the idea of marriage. That's when girls just see, oh, fairy tale.
No, she's not married now. So I mean, like I said, it's just like certain things. Like I said, she was doing. I was just like I said, I look back on it, like, you know what I'm saying, and see the crazy part about it. A lot of things that I haven't had that, you know what I'm saying, vibe or that love since then. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people has benefited from.
That's your karma right there. Period.
Yeah, I think,
I know you saw my face when you was talking. I actually was disgusted. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
and like I said, it took me, like I said, with me having that mindset, you know what I'm saying, I know for a fact I'd have been a shitty husband. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe you haven't had that vibe, or you feel like you haven't had that vibe because back then you were struggling, and now you're not struggling. You're in two different points of life.
He always had a job.
I wasn't struggling then, because I had a great job then.
Well, you said you wasn't contributing.
You're right, and I wasn't contributing because of my mindset and me. That was my personal choice not to contribute.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't go front. I wasn't ish. Like, I literally I was flying out every 2 weeks, taking trips. You know what I'm saying? I paid the cable bill because I put the cable on my name, but I was like, yo, F that cable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so selfish then, and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was young me. That was early mid-20s me. You know what I'm saying? Now I look back on it like, damn, that was crazy. I will never, you know what I'm saying, do that. I'll never put nobody in that situation again, because it's like it made me open my eyes.
Right.
That's good.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And then I got to a point, like I said, so, and I think that's why I think that made me more so put me in the mindset of being a provider, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I need to, you know what I'm saying? And then I just want to have that feeling of providing for my lady. So I think those trials and tribulations then kind of molded me into the person I am now. Like I said, if I would have been married with that mindset I had then, like I said, I know for a fact we'd have been divorced.
I can understand that, and I'm glad you didn't marry her, you know. But I always, from my generation, I seen a lot of women be broken women in their 30s because of situations like that. Like, they gave everything, they accepted less. You know what I'm saying? Like, And it's sad because sometimes they wind up falling for another guy that do the same thing. And it's like men could see that in them. You know what I'm saying? Like they, like, I guess they go to the new relationship and they tell them their past or whatever, and then like the new guy like, shit, if that nigga did that shit, I definitely do that shit over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I never, you know, I always try to tell girls now, I be talking to certain girls and I'm like, you should heal. You should heal first because you just accepted the bare minimum. You should not do that ever again in your goddamn life. Like, don't you ever accept the bare minimum. Like, with nothing, because I'm sure it probably became the bare minimum with other things too. The bare minimum at work, the bare minimum with friendships, the bare minimum with family. I'm sure it's probably like a fucking cycle because it's like, why nobody put shorty on 50? No, I nobody like, yo, girl, you deserve better than that. Like, it's the same. They probably did, but she probably was in her thing. But I actually feel bad for any girl go through that because it breaks them.
They do. And then when they get like good, it's hard for them to understand what it is. Because it's like you're so used to being hurt. I just
said that today. I swear to God, I was talking about this with my homegirl today. I was like, some people are broken people. Like, no funny shit. We come from a generation of probably like just a single mother. So you didn't have the father, or you didn't have the mother, or the grandparents raised you. And I ain't gonna hold you. My grandma had a different situation than the norm. Like, there was another woman who had a house too, and my grandfather took care of them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I never saw a graceful woman in my life besides my grandmother. And I realized I take a lot of what she went through today and I apply it, like not showing no emotion, or like not letting my emotions run me. Because I feel like it takes a certain type of skill to deal with these generations of men. You can't get too emotional because they are broken too. Like, they came from the same broken ass situation your ass came from. Like, a lot of people think that they mothers were superheroes, but I guess your mama was a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the mindset at? I don't take nothing personal anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realize people come from your same background or something similar, and you ain't no different than me. We all out here learning and trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can definitely break the generational curse. You can definitely move different. You can definitely do all of these things, but you have to see the fault in your childhood, or you got to see the problem in your childhood to maneuver different or to move different. Some people don't see nothing they went through as a problem. Like, getting beat as a child, that's not normal.
It sure ain't.
That shit is not fucking normal. Like, I hear people like, yeah, my mama beat my ass just for little things with frying pans and the stitcher cords and broomstick. I'm like, bro, don't tell that shit to nobody. You can't tell that to nobody. You can't say that to nobody. Don't say that at all. Like, go get you some therapy because nothing about that was normal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing about that. I'm like, I didn't get beat as a kid. My mama never beat us. Like, but I listen to certain people and I'm like, I can understand why a lot of things they go through. I realized a lot of things I went through because of how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm trying to fix certain things and do certain things, and I ain't letting nobody take advantage of me. So I hope people heal, because I realize our generation, I ain't gonna hold you, feel like we got it the worst. Like, it's crack era. Like, parents wasn't even in the household at one point in time. Either they was doing crack or they was selling the crack. It was either or going on around that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope people get it together, because boy, what you said, that shit hurt my soul. I know you're not like that now. Honestly, ladies, I want y'all to know this man is nothing like that now.
Nah.
He's a straight lover man. Like, he's a giver, y'all.
Yeah, that was my why. And I think that's why more so I'm ready now, because I've got all that out of my system. You know what I'm saying? So I can actually have a redemption story. Like, if Ricky Lake was to have a show, I could be on there like, yo, listen,
Ricky Lake.
Then I was trash, but guess what? I'm a new man. You know what I'm saying? Jenny Jones will come through, but yeah.
But I'm glad you shared that with the public, because it shows that people can change.
Absolutely.
It definitely gave that whole, this is what I used to be, and this is who I am now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
Like I said, I get it. Like, you know a lot of stuff that current stuff that I've been through. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm just like, to hear that, I'm like, you should have. I was disgusted over here. fuck he just say? Like the fuck he mean? He
Yeah. I was
what is he
horrible.
talking about? That's not no real man right there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was really over here in my feelings. I'm like, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I was horrible.
Right.
And I'll admit, I wasn't ish. I was not at all. Like I was trash. Like, you know what
honestly, I think a lot of men today probably have that similar story. Like, I'm not trying to hold you. Like, some still got the same story.
I was about to say that some are currently living it. So
they shouldn't be outside popping bottles, and they should be with their children. But you know, like some still have the same story.
That's true. All right. I came across something, and I want to get y'all opinion on this. I found it very interesting.
Men are supposed to be men, and they're supposed to treat their women. They have a part to play. It's in the Bible. Like, what's going on? Men want to be taken out and all this other stuff. Like, you a man. Like, be a man. Like
a man. Hold on. You want a man of the Bible, so that's a traditional man, correct?
Yeah.
But modern day women aren't traditional themselves. Why should he be traditional?
It's the generation now.
Modern day women are not traditional. Are any of you guys virgins? Exactly. Wait. No. Because if we're gonna put the standard on men that you want them to pay bills and be masculine and protect you, whatever, let's go all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So none of you are virgins, okay? How many of you are good cooks and have a recipe book or whatever it may be?
Recipe book? See, yeah. I feel like it's different now.
The wife does. Yeah, the wife does. So you cannot be non-traditional women and want the man to be traditional on his side and pay full price for a depreciating asset that isn't traditional on his end. Because whether women want to accept it or not, the reason why men were traditional and chivalrous was because women were virgins, they're polite, they're feminine, they're submissive, and when you got a wife, she was a wife, not a boss babe, not a boss bitch, none of this stupidity that's going on.
Go ahead,
that
sir.
That was deep. That was
Go ahead,
deep.
sir.
I hear that.
And honestly, I don't think he said nothing wrong.
And he didn't say a motherfucking thing wrong.
Can we see what just happened on stage? Did we all see that? Because I saw something more.
Oh,
you
what
saw
else
that
you
he's
saw
a mature, he's an older guy sitting next to them. Girls look like they was in their 20s.
Right, yeah, they did look really. I was gonna ask who were the girls. I figured
girls look like they was in their early 20s. I say 25.
Yeah, they did.
The way they talk, you can see that they just young-minded.
That is the future. I am fucking scared because, like he said, do you have a cookbook? I'm 34 and I have my own recipes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do my own twist on my grandmother's recipes. You know what I'm saying? Like, down to hair care products. That's my oil is something I got similar for my grandmother. It wasn't organic back in 87. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's organic today, but that's my own spin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, hot comb in my daughter's hair. I know how to hot comb my daughter's hair. My hair was getting hot comb. These girls don't have nothing of tradition with them. I agree with him. Shouldn't me?
Yeah, I definitely.
I ain't gonna hold you. I wish that motherfucker would have had me on that stage. That's how I said I ain't gonna hold you. My generation's special. We special. Because at the end of the day, we got the last of the last. Like, girls don't cook no more. I speak to my younger homegirls, it's straight Uber Eats every day. They Uber and eating it. They ain't cooking shit. I go to their house, it's just juice in that refrigerator. Ain't no damn food. Ain't even no condiments in there. Ain't no ketchup. Ain't no mayonnaise. They don't make sandwiches.
Shit, grandmas ain't grandmas no more because grandmas is 40.
Okay.
Very much true. And the sad part is grandma don't even speak like grandmas no more because grandma want to go get them something young. Because first of all, grandma probably was never married in the fucking first place.
I mean, grandma ain't even lived her life. She's still 35.
Right. Grandma's in the club lit. Grandma lit. Grandma popping bottles. Grandma partying with her kids. Like,
I ain't gonna hold you. It's really mothers and daughters chilling nowadays. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. No cap. Maya can never come chill with me in a fucking club. Never. I'm not doing it.
It's bad enough y'all in that bitch together. Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not smoking hookah with my kids. Because I'm probably going to look like this for a long time. Like, I say like 67, 82. I might look like this. You know what I mean? Like, because I know technology is going to be so advanced by the time I'm 82. I know I'm going to look like this. Maya can't sit in my fucking section. Go get your own. Matter of fact, we shouldn't even be in the same club. When they make clubs, they ain't stop with this one. Go on over there with your people. Because they don't even play the music you like in here. We listen to Auntie Mary up in here. She's still Auntie Mary when I'm 82. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in here lighting white candles for sis at that time. At the end of the day, I'm not chilling with my kids. I ain't gonna hold you. Even when I'm around family, come on, cuz you know. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing certain things. Yes, I just feel like it's just a respect. And I noticed after me that they, like my little brother, he'll light up in front of my mom's. I'm like, boy, put that out.
Yeah, nah, that's different.
And it's just a different vibe. Like he's 21 and he'll light right up in front of my mom's. He don't care. Like they just different with it.
All right, so Tanisha says, "Grandma gotta live for real. Hell nah, my kids could never."
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
And she said, "I had to bounce CC," and she says, "Ain't no chilling with my damn kid."
Not doing it. My son can't never say I lit him up. Lit you up. Not doing that. Not even a little nugget. Nope. Get your own. Go get a job.
I don't know. Me personally, I plan to one day have kids. Whether if it's a little girl or a little boy, I'm not sure which one God's gonna bless me with, but I want a child one day. And I plan to have that mentality that my mother had. My mother had the mentality that she wanted us to, like when we were in the house and we were safe, you know, like we could smoke or, you know, like I could sip her beer if I wanted to, you know, she'll make me a little mixed drink or whatever the case may be. Like nothing too much, but I was in the comfort of my own home. Like I knew I couldn't go nowhere.
You were safe.
Like mom, right? Yeah, you know, I was safe. Like mom's had a close eye on me.
Well,
so like I plan to have that type of relationship with my
weed
child.
is legal here, but it wasn't always legal. Honestly, I have a teenager. He smokes. I ain't afraid to say that shit. I'm not one of them parents that's in denial about their kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my son smoking at other people's house. I don't want him smoking in the street. But I think my son know me as a parent. And I'm like, not in my fucking house. But you gotta figure out the safety zone of the situation. I live in a building. I don't want him to do it, but I know kids is gonna do what they parents don't want them to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be mindful, have respect for me as a mom. Like, it's been many times I walking up the stairs, my child almost burned his motherfucking leg off trying to hide that shit from me out of respect. And he said it. I'm like, please, let me hurry up and go by. Because I don't want to see it. You don't want to show me, but I don't want you to fucking burn yourself out here in the fucking hallway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to be, you know, I tell him, like, you know, that's bad for you. I'm still gonna give you the mom talk, you know, it's gonna stunt your growth. Like, don't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should stop. You should slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should think first. Yeah, I'm gonna still be a mom. He like, yeah, he'll brush me off. But I just, you know, it's hard to even have that conversation because I'm not with it. But you gotta still give your kids a safe place to do it. Because if I don't want you disrespecting me, go to nobody else's house disrespecting them. You know what I'm saying? Like, adults are still adults. There's still a line you can't cross. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard being a mother of a teenager is all I'm going to say. Like, it's the hardest fucking job. I didn't get a manual when I got the teenager. They didn't give me a book or nothing. I'm just winging it. So I'm trying to figure it out. But I do agree with what your moms did, right? But you ain't sipping my fucking. You're not sipping.
No, but I feel you on that shit. Like definitely, I would definitely to see my child come up in the club, the same club that I'm in. I don't know. We can speak and all that good shit, but you need to go over there. But I'm over here.
Maybe when my kids hit like their 30s and I'm still outside, because I'll probably still be outside like I'm young. You know what I mean? Maybe in their 30s, I could really like see them as, all right, they are grown ass adults. They got families and they living their life. Like maybe then, but early 20s, I don't want to do that. Like,
right. The most you're gonna get it, I'll get you a section for your birthday. But
yeah, but I gotta leave. I can't stay here. And if you need me, you can call me.
All right.
I think I could do that.
All right, so Tanisha, so we got some comments. All right, so Tanisha says, don't do it if you're not ready. Kids are a lot mentally taxing, etc. But I do feel the same. They come to me like, damn kids be making me want to F them up, but ain't no smoking with the damn kids.
No, ain't no smoking.
She says people have different views, but the whole thing is sex, drugs, and stuff like that in their face. Kids ain't got a chance. Yeah. She says also TV ain't even safe, which is true. And maybe when they're 40, I'll smoke with them.
I'm telling you, I still don't smoke with my grandfather. I don't give a damn. Like, I still can't do it. Like, he be mad when we don't light him up when we're around. I'm like, I just can't do it. I just can't be like, here, grandpa. Want some? Like, I can't do it. I leave. I go home and smoke. I dip on him. I leave weed on the table for him, but I can't roll up with him. I'm not smoking with him. I'm not doing all that.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if my grandmother was still alive, I probably would have tried to get her to try hookah, right? You know what I'm saying? But
that's fucked up.
I mean, she smoked weed, so I mean, I'm sure, like, I mean,
okay, Graham, come on, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, grandma, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, grandma, you try this hookah? You know what I'm saying? She probably wouldn't have did it, but you know. All right. So I got
my mom.
I got one more video that I want to get y'all opinion on. This was weird. I don't think a lot of women would do it, but I want to get y'all opinion. Let's see.
I'm glad we finally touching this topic.
Oh God, we should have been talking about this.
I thought we talked about this.
We did in the private chat.
Surrogacy.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
Any updates? Anything you want to share with us, or how were you guys doing?
Been?
Yeah,
it's on pause.
Is it?
Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm at a point where my career is starting to do and reward me for all of my efforts and the time that I've been in this business.
Yeah.
And a baby for me right now would just not be the thing to do.
Yeah.
So what I offered him was an opportunity for us to take a break for a year or two and let him go find someone to have a child with.
Stop it.
And then when he has his baby, we could get back together.
You would genuinely
be okay with that.
Hold on. So you're giving him permission. So what happens, let's say he follows through and has this baby. Do you help raise the baby?
I would help raise the baby. It's just I don't want to have it. I don't want to go get my eggs and all that. It's really more about him being able to have his legacy here because he's an only child.
And he doesn't have children.
And he does not have any children. So it's really more for him than it is for me.
Would the baby's mother be around to also raise the child?
Yeah, I believe in co-parenting. I think that's a very valuable part of a child's life. If the parents aren't together, you need to learn how to co-parent.
Yeah.
And then, I could be there and love the child as if
that is very selfless.
I
can't say as a woman I would give my man permission.
Yeah.
What you get to do during that year?
Well, I'm
her career.
I am a one penis woman, so even though we will be on break, I would not entertain any other men because that would still be my husband. I'm just giving him the opportunity to go.
Wow. He can only have it with one. You find that one woman for the one child. This is not a free for all year.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But he said.
What did he say?
He said.
I was gonna say.
I don't want that. I fell in love with you. You're the woman that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And if God put me here and I'm not supposed to have children, then that's what it is.
How did you feel hearing that?
It was a blessing and a curse because I was like, he really loves me. But then at the same time, I felt like I was being selfish. Our relationship has a selfish element to it because I really do want him to have children. I just can't be the person to do that.
But you know what? You can have children in all different ways now, right? In terms of adoption and all.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. I have never heard a woman say that, and it's amazing.
Yeah. She's a first for a lot of things, okay?
I love how social media is because social media will depict the worst part of videos because when I first saw that video, of course they only showed her saying, oh, he can go be with another woman and have a baby because I'm not going to do that right now because of my career and da-da-da-da-da. And then we can raise the baby or whatever. Like they didn't show the part where her man was like, I'm not doing that because I'm in love with you and I want to be with you. I don't want to be with another woman having a baby. Like, they only showed that part, and they kind of ridiculed her in them comments. I feel like if they would have showed the whole part, it would have been different.
As they should have.
She sounded crazy as fuck.
Thank you. As they fucking should have tore her ass apart.
She's bugged. I could never.
Because honestly, what she said didn't need to be said on live and television. And why you feel like you above a surrogate? You don't fuck about your eggs. Like
that's honestly, what I didn't get.
I mean, well, all the With all the miscarriages you had, what fucking eggs? You like 62.
She could have definitely had a surrogate, or she could definitely adopt all of these children that
Honestly,
need
I
homes.
do understand the whole him having his actual blood. I get it. That's why I don't understand why she didn't go the surrogate route like her motherfucking co-stars or her fucking friends. Because
the surrogate route wasn't even an option for her, it seems like.
It's honestly, I really feel like she just does not want that man to have a baby. She and that too. She don't want to pay for it. She don't want to be involved.
They be
she
wanting
don't
a lot
want
of
no
money.
babies, and she is selfish as fuck. And he should leave. Or he fuck shit.
Like,
she said it on TV. I know she didn't say that shit in the house.
Does Tammy have enough money to pay a surrogate? Because like surrogates be wanting mad bread, and then you gotta put them up. You gotta make sure they have housing. You gotta make sure that they're adequate. You know, with doctors, the best doctors. She ain't got no money to pay for all of that.
So I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
That's why she said it the way she said it. He could go out there and sleep with someone and get her pregnant.
That's fucking crazy though.
My thing is this, but it's how she said it. Do you hear what she really said? And then I help raise the baby. Bitch, who the fuck said the mother need help?
Right. See,
who the fuck said the mother need help? Like,
right.
how you know that ain't her? That first of all, that's her fucking baby with him. So you ready to be a baby mama again? Like you forgot what you went through back in '92, girl.
And it sounds like you ready for him to form another relationship because that's what's going to end up happening.
So you okay with him creating a broken household? Like you okay with him creating a broken household? Like Tammy, shut the fuck up. Like it pissed me off when she said that. She set black women back a whole nother.
So Candy, I looked into that honestly, and I called a company, and they wanted $15,000 just to look into it, just to look for the. And then I think another $10,000 for lawyer fees, and you gotta give the chick allowance every. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so on top of you have to have the best doctors. On top of you have to find a female that like is in the best health.
Right.
And then you have to pay her like to have that. Like I think like Kim Kardashian and all of them, they were given like who has surrogates? Gab and Kim and Candy, like they were paying them monthly, and then after they give birth, they give them like a final payment of like $50,000. Like one of them gave them. It's mad bread that should be coming out to probably like 100,000 or more. Like that's a lot of fucking money.
And I don't feel like she has that type of money. I'm not saying she's some broke ass girl, no, but I do feel like what she makes, it's really what she makes for her. Her kids are grown. Her kids have kids. Why the fuck would you even want to be a mother again at your age? Or don't get me wrong.
I mean, because that fucking man wants children.
And he's young. But he's also
young.
Very young. He's very much younger than
he's
her.
young. He's like got her by like 2 decades. Like,
wait a minute, he's that much younger than her?
Yeah, he's probably like in his 30s. He might be in his mid 30s.
She's been on the scene for a long ass fucking time. And that
I mean, well, I understand him wanting a fucking kid by her, but for her to say, I don't know, I'm just not ready to be in no situation where it's like you can go be with the next and do this and the third.
First of all, Tammy is sick. I don't even think her body produces anything remotely of that.
I mean, well, if you're gonna tell a truth, tell that truth then.
No, you as a woman. Let me tell you something. I'm a female, I'm a woman. I have 3 kids, but I realize I ain't gonna hold you. C don't want no more kids. I don't want no more kids, and that's because I feel like I had my kids young. I had one of my kids young. I had the second one. I was still in my 20s. I was still young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized I didn't get to do things in my 20s that single girls get to do. I didn't get to really conquer life. So it's not the fact that I'm old, because I think I'm in my goddamn prime. Like, this is when I could pop them shits the fuck out. Like, I think I'm dropping 2 eggs at one fucking time. I probably could make triplets up in here. But I realized that's not what I want. I do feel like, but you still want the idea. You still want but I can't. But I feel like as a woman, when your body don't do it anymore, you just hit the phase.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Tammy is wrong for that, though. I think she's wrong for like it seems like she's disregarding his feelings of him saying like, I just want to be with you. I'm good with not having kids. Because I'm sure with all of them miscarriages, like it ain't an easy thing to go through a miscarriage. So he done been through the emotional trauma with her of them carrying the baby and then looking forward to it and then losing it multiple times. So maybe he's just to the point where he's like, you know what? I love you. I thank you for trying. We good. And it's like she's still pushing this. Oh, but you can go have a baby. Like, let that man be okay with his decision.
Tim is a very smart woman. So to hear her say something like that, it got me thinking because it is a baby on the way.
Probably.
Oh, so you think it's already in motion?
Yeah.
So she put it out there. So she already put her storyline out.
I feel like it's her way of getting ahead of it. Like, yeah, bitch, I told him to do that. In all reality, she ain't never told that nigga to do shit. But I do feel like it's giving off Wendy Williams.
Right, until the detectives of social media start putting timelines together and we see
the baby
that
age
bitch
will be
been
added
pregnant.
up. The baby age will be added. That's how I feel. But I do think he loves her because why wouldn't you? You've been with her for years. Like, how could you not? I just feel like it's a fucked up situation. I feel like she was supposed to make the adult decision and let the man go. I think she was supposed to be like, you know what, babe, I had fun with you, even if it hurts her. You don't stop that man because he ain't got that much goddamn time.
They was like on the verge of breaking up when he was on Basketball Wives for her with that whole baby shit.
He never. It seemed like she wanted to give the relationship up at times, but it seemed like he never wanted to go anywhere. Like he always was willing to stick it out with him.
I feel like she do what all older women do with those type of guys. And I'm just gonna call it because if you saw me with an old ass man, y'all already know the vibe. Y'all don't mind your fucking business. I'm gonna give you the head nod, like
material girl.
Come on now.
Oh,
wow. You know the vibe. So I feel like and not for nothing, it's already a thing in the industry. Like, look at Wendy Williams. That's already a thing.
Wendy going through a lot.
Candy and Todd, like it's already a thing going on. Like with these established women, get these younger guys. Nicki Minaj.
But she Todd not that much younger than
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Todd not that much younger than Candy, is it?
Huh?
Todd not that much younger than Candy.
He's not that much younger, but I felt like he was a regular guy before they met.
He was.
Well, you heard Mama Joyce used to talk mad shit.
I feel like he's only in the position he's in right now because of Candy. And that's just that. Like, I'm not saying he couldn't have never got there. Everybody gets
there. But he
there.
had a lot of help. He had a lot of pushing.
A lot of fucking help.
Yeah.
And that a lot of and like I said, sometimes the guy don't be younger. They be older. Nicki Minaj. It's another example. It's women
it's just
out
being
here
an opportunist. They be opportunists.
Like Lil Kim and her nigga.
He's so lame.
But I love I love her with him though. Yeah.
He's so fucking lame.
I'm like, if we can't take pictures like this, I don't want you. I just feel like she just loved him, and honestly, for Lil Kim, I like that for her because she just had it bad.
All right.
We gotta go.
We are at the hour and 33-minute mark, so we're gonna go ahead and end off. We definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing love as usual. Thanks to Nisha. Definitely was very, very boisterous today. So we definitely thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for watching. We'll be back next week, same time. I have been your host, J Mac May.
CC.
Sugar the real Candy.
And y'all already know I am Raekwon.
Right. And we'll definitely see you guys next week. Same time, same everything. And I'm gonna end the show with something Ray requested. Ray, I got you. It's because of you, Ray. I got you.
Wait a minute. What's this? Because my girl went tumbling, y'all. Watch her. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Got right back on the camera. I'm a performer. Don't hold me up.
My girl got back up.
All right, and we'll
And
see
this
you
show
guys.
was sponsored by.
Right, that's what it was in my head. The show is also sponsored by, as usual, Liquid Gold Inc. and the Effort brand. We definitely enjoy our sponsors. And again, if y'all don't have these products, hold on, before I even get into that, if y'all don't have these products, y'all need to get them because Liquid Gold Inc. is fire. Like, I've seen results, so y'all need to invest in that. And the Effort brand, you know what I'm saying? See, look, C's living proof of.
And if
You know
you
what I
didn't
mean?
get the Liquid Gold ink, you can go get a hat from Mr. F that.
Yeah, because he just launched the his new brand of hats. So yeah, so
While you waiting for your Liquid Gold, go on order you a hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
that big
definitely
top,
show.
it's gonna benefit you. Yeah, man.
They definitely show love. You know what I'm saying? We definitely love all you guys. Thank you for your support, and we'll definitely see you guys later.
All right, y'all.